everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to Bookish Blonde. So today for you, I have a very chatty, relaxed video. I want to talk about some of my stats from quarter three, do a quick little quarter three check-in on some of my yearly goals I have put for myself in my reading planner. This is one of those videos that I hope you find interesting. I love making them because I love looking at data and stats and looking at goals, and it's just a lot of fun for me. And it keeps me a little bit accountable as well. So that's that. So let's get started. How many books of quarter three did I read in quarter three? I'm filming this in October, but quarter three is July, August, and September for me. So let's see, I read 19 books. 19 books, probably more than most people read on average, not as many as I was hoping to have read just to get to that yearly goal of 100 books that I set for myself on Goodreads. I knew that goal was already very ambitious. I usually read around, I don't want to say for sure, but I think like more like 78 to 85 on average for the last 10 years, which is still a lot. So I was trying to push myself to make that goal, though. That means I have to read 33 books in quarter four, which is 11 books a month for October, November, December. So I'm pretty confident that won't happen. That's just more than I read average. I think the highest reading month I had this year so far was 10 books. I average more 6 to 8. So most likely I won't be accomplishing that goal, but that's okay. Okay, let's see. This quarter I have read 6,634 pages. And as far as genres go, I read 6 thrillers, 6 mysteries. I know those can be kind of a little bit overlapping, but I like to divide them. 3 romance, 2 fantasy, 1 historical fiction, and 1 contemporary fiction. So I would say I'm okay with how that turned out, other than the historical fiction. I love historical fiction when I read it. I feel like I've not read enough of it this year. I'm hoping in November to catch up and read a couple. There's usually some kind of like historathon or some kind of thing going on. So hoping to up that for quarter four a little bit. But hey, not bad. Pretty typical for my reading. Thriller mysteries are usually my go-to. So I've read 12 if you combine those, which is obviously more than half of the books I read in quarter three. Let's see. Let's talk about some of my goals. So let me open my reading journal real quick. Goals and challenges for the year. Okay, so we talked about the Goodreads. No, I don't think I'm going to make that. The other main goals I made were 1 book on my Kindle per month, making 12 for the year of 24. I am right on track for that. I actually think well, we're not including October. So I am right on track. I have read 9 books by September on my Kindle. So that is good. Okay, one of my other goals was to read half of the owned book of the month books that I had on my shelves, which would have been half that 16. I had 32. I do have more book of the month than that, but those I just picked up at different places like, you know, the Goodwill, the used bookstores, things like that. So those were just the 32 that I chose from book of the month when I had my subscription. And so 16 would be half. At the end of quarter two, I was at 9, and I've only read 2 books. The 2 books I read in quarter three that were book of the month were The Last Word by Taylor Adams and Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Bart. I enjoyed both of these very much, so that was the good news. But 11, so that means for quarter four I have to read 5 book of the month books, and I don't think that's going to happen. I kind of have the end of my year reading kind of on a shelf, which I'm not going to show you right now. Just books that I should read to kind of reach some of these goals. It's a lot. So we'll see. We'll see. I know for sure I have 1 or 2 I'll probably read that I think it pretty likely that'll get read in quarter four, but we shall see. But only 2 book of the month books this quarter. So, but they were both good, so that's good. Make progress on owned series. This one I am pretty much failing. So again, the challenge I had, let's see, I'm going to open it up here. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different series that I owned that I wanted to catch up on. The good news is I have read and finished the Harry Potter series, book 6 and 7. So that is going well. That was quarter 3. The bad news is that's it. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to kind of let that go. I'm not going to stress out. I can see myself picking up the Beartown series, whether I finish that or not. But I have pulled those from my shelves and set them aside. Good winter reads. So I'm hoping to at least read one, if not both. Us Against You is book number 2 and The Winner's book number 3. I did reread Beartown this year, so that's why I'm hoping to get through those, just because it's the first one's fresh in my memory again. So that could very well possibly happen, but as far as Sarah J. Maas' Crescent City series, I do own book 1. I'm going to kind of just put that aside for next year. I have book 2 and 3 in Inheritance Games. That could possibly happen. And then L.O.A. Hathaway series and Annalisa Vega series, which again are both 2 detective series by Johanna Schaafhausen. I've read 1 this year, but that would be 5 books to get up to date on those 2 series. So again, not a huge priority. We shall see what happens. But I've read 3 in my series that I planned this year overall through quarter 3. Okay, let's talk about some of my goals. They're going pretty well. I'm happy with them. My On the Cover challenge that I do every year, I get it from Little Inklings Design. She has a Etsy shop, or maybe it's not on Etsy. It's a website, but if you Google Little Inklings Design, it'll come up, and she has her own reading journal that she designs and sells, and it's really, really cool. I do love setting up mine myself, but if you want a really good quality journal that you don't want to have to put together yourself, I will leave her webpage linked down below, website linked down below, because she does great work there. And so I borrowed the On the Cover design, which has all of these prompts. We'll do a flip through my journal at the end of the year. But basically, to finish, it's a total of 16 prompts. To complete that for the year, if I read these 3 books, I will be set. So I have a prompt that says a bridge on the cover. This is on my October TBR. There's the bridge. This is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I need a cover with a clock on the cover. Another October read, A Witch in Time by Constance Sayers. There's the clock right there. It's a beautiful cover. So those 2 are on there. And then the last one that I need to complete is a piece of fruit on the cover. And you'd be surprised, that's a little on the harder. I'm sure maybe like some Cozy Mysteries might have more food on the covers, but I do have The Teacher by Frida McFadden. There is an apple with a knife in it. So if I read those 3, I will complete on the cover. So again, I pulled those aside, setting them aside for quarter 4, see if I can get to them. webebook'N is a Facebook book club that I'm a part of, and every month they have multiple things you can participate in, from buddy reads to you know, like just one book where you discuss it. Also just different games, sometimes, you know, bingo boards, for example, prompts you could do on your own, or sometimes there's even team challenges. So it's a lot of fun. And one of their yearly challenges they have, every month they release 3 different reading prompts. And this one I do not take very seriously. It's just if my reading fits it, great. In the 3rd quarter, however, so that would put us at 9 different prompts. I only read 4 of them. I read A Cover with Water on It, something that took place on an island, which was Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. The Next Mrs. Parrish was the cover with water on it. An author that published in multiple genres, and that was That Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Bart. She also writes romance as well, I believe. Title has a person's name in it, Harry Potter. So those were the 3 that, or I'm sorry, 4 that I was able to do. But again, if they fit, they fit. No big deal. Buzzword, I'm doing great. I have read a book each month for the month of October, November, December. I have those put aside as well on what I plan on reading for those, to be continued on that. So Buzzword's going great. My Taylor Swift 2024 reading challenge that I made, where each prompt is based on a one of her song titles. The only one I have left to have a complete blackout is a book with a question in the title. So I pulled Did You Ever Have a Family? Yes, I know there's no question mark, but that's a question. Did you ever have a family, right? By Bill Clegg. So I pulled this one aside. So this I'm hoping to get to Q4 as well. We shall see. What else? What else? There's a challenge I can't tell you about till the end of the year. It will be, I will be putting out some videos in December, a surprise for all of you guys for something cool for 2025, and some reading vlogs that'll go up in 2024, but we're putting that on hold. My priority read spins that I've been doing. I have been doing great. I'm actually, have read and really enjoyed most of my priority reads, and I have completed each book each month, which you guys know that because I put that in my TBR and my wrap up each month. I would say for this last quarter, which one was my favorite? So July I read Remarkably Bright Creatures, August was The Appeal, and September Where the Lost Wander. Definitely Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. That's probably gonna be a favorite of the year, spoiler alert. I did not like The Appeal at all. It was not for me. But Where the Lost Wander was a very close contender too. That was really good. But Remarkably Bright Creatures was a win for sure out of that quarter. Did the book of the month, did the series. So yeah, those are kind of some of my reading goals, where I'm, how I'm doing, where I'm at. Like I said, I'm hoping to get through some of these I pulled to kind of get some of these goals checked off, but I, again, set these goals because I think they're fun. I like challenging my reading and mixing it up. Sometimes I can get very overwhelmed with how many books I want to read, from what I own on my shelves to, you know, putting together a video for you guys, and then I'm looking at my books in a different light and I get excited about them again. So this is just another way to keep my reading going, moving forward. I can be a mood reader, but my type A really likes a plan, and I'm okay though getting off track of my plan, which is why this works for me. But yeah, there you have it. So there's Q3. Again, I hope you enjoyed this little chatty video. What are you guys reading? Like I said, it's October when I'm filming this. I'm having a great reading month with all the spooky feels in October. I can't wait to do my wrap up at the end of this month for you guys. And I'm already getting excited about my November reads. So there you have it. Thanks again for watching this video because I know it could be a little bit boring, but I hope everyone's reading is going great, not only this month, but I hope you're having a great reading year so far. And thanks again for watching. I will see you in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.